That's why I wait around that 808 with the dollar sign. I know y'all already heard. I know y'all already heard. But anyway, karma is as karma does. But look at this. 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 And the reason why I chose this background was because I feel like it's appropriate. And just like a lot of bloggers are saying, um, a lot of spiritualists are saying that we're focused on the wrong thing. While we're focused on Diddy, something else is happening, yada, yada, yada. And but what we're saying is this is what's happening. Politics and religion, sex, drugs, and rock and roll all swined into one. Now, you know what's funny? I was looking at some old Kamala videos trying my damnedest to like her, you know? And I saw her with Montel Jordan. I didn't know that her and Montel Jordan dated. And they have a clip of her walking on the red carpet with him. And whoever was hot back then ran up to him and asked him who was on his arm. He had two women. One looked like his daughter. But then it was like, oh my God, that's Kamala. Yeah, she was in the industry, baby. And they're saying she's I mean, they were at these parties. I know they say come to church because we're all sinners and all of this. But how come we always meet the devil in church? How come we always meet him in church? Why? Ask yourself. Because we all sinners and we all fall short of the glory of God and all of this? Mm-mm. Why was he allowed to be this close to a pastor? Ask yourself, why was Medea allowed to be this close to a pastor? You know, I was looking up the terminology. Well, I was actually looking for an image of Medea, and it told me about a Greek god named Medea. And she was a jealous lover that possessed masculine traits, that deleted her own children for a man to find the golden fleece. It's a Greek mythology. I found that quite telling, especially when I saw this one. Lay hands on your God's favorite, and he fall out under the spirit. And after that, I noticed his sermons were him hoofing around the stage like this, telling his sermon like this. I'm like, wow, what is all of this about? What is all of this about? I talked to a couple different people and they told me not to be judgmental. Not just one person told me this. I did my consensus. And then I said, well, maybe I'm being judgmental a little bit, but it still didn't sit right with me. I didn't think it was right. And then after that, he gets a $100,000 check right there on stage after he fell out. Mm. It didn't sit right with me. It didn't feel right. Politicians coming to church, implying their wares. It don't sit right with me. All these sheeples just sitting there like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It don't sit right with me. Prosperity pimp pastors in the pulpit, Pastor Bling Bling and all of them. Don't sit right with me. And even then, with bling bling, I should have put his picture up here. He had his two followers online running interference in all the comment sections, telling everybody, "Touch not thine anointing," like he had some type of discernment. And what kills me is you see how supplicant these people look, right? And they all claim to have discernment at some point once they sit under the tutelage of their many God, yet they don't ever discern the right thing. They never have intuition about the right thing. It bothers me a lot because I feel like if you can't see the person that you're following is going under, and you, especially if you're a mother, a single mother, and you got children, you got your whole family caught up in this bullshit. And you see how medium sized their church is. A lot of those parishioners have a nice little coin and they give it all to the church. They give it all to the church. It's sad that they could even accept somebody like this, this up above, and come in and do something like that in your church, and they'll tell you, "Touch not thine anointed," and then they try to throw little fruity hexes on you. Oh, something bad gonna happen to you if you notice the obvious. Something bad gonna happen to you if you talk about the pastor um sliding in the bar getting a drink before he slide through Sunday before the game, before the football game. hmm Right before it start, session over. He used one passage out the Bible and go off on a tangent. But I understand they say that's why you come to Sunday school or that's why you come to Bible study so you can get a deeper understanding of passages that he doesn't go over, but the passages that it feels like he chooses to go over though. Whenever they focus too much on one thing, I always thought to myself, it seemed odd. Eddie Long focusing on homosexuality. Juanita Bynum as well. Kirk Franklin, shimmying and genuining it all up on stage with what looked to be like a really long skirt dress and some jeggings and some boots with really high Prince heels. I know he's short, but come on. Mm-mm. It don't sit right with me and never did. That's why I ran away. I never ran away from God though. He's the one that gave me true intuition so I could see through the mask. All along, I knew it was something wrong. That's why I didn't want to be there. And it wasn't because I didn't believe in God. It was because I saw the fugaziness with people, and God gave me the intuition sitting in those very pews against those very people who I was sitting next to who had their mouth against people like us, judging us when they're living these undercover hedonistic lifestyles for money, for clout. And don't think it's just here in Hollywood. Like, why would it just be here? It's not just here, it's everywhere on the bricks. This is a learned behavior that is cultivated and then that energy is passed on from the person that was abused. So when he said he doesn't know why he did it at this point because he has inadequacies with sex, and a lot of it may be because he's um mm, 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 mm. That's what I see. I see he can't really perform. He can't perform, so he has to have Cirque du Soleil in his house to get it up. Oh, I wanted to show you something. You see this? You see this leather? I don't know if you saw it, but it's a leather material. I can see him having this all throughout his house with the baby oil, you know. Ooh, that reminds me. Mm, baby oil comes. Baby oil come with the Rico. Yeah, baby, they hit him with the Rico. Hit him with the Rico. I tell you, he should have really invested in some of this Amazon almond oil. Did he? It spreads better. Look, 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 look. Mhm. Puppy oil. All you need is a little bit. But I showed you just a sample of what I think he was using it for. Did I not? A slip and slide. A true freaknik. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It's sad. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I don't even know. This subject is getting on my nerves because it's just too much coming out. But I wanted to start with this first. This is where it starts. This is where it started for this particular incident. And it's sad that so many people are caught up in these tapes that didn't even know, maybe some of them. But, to tell you the truth, I think they all know. I think they all know, but they got to act like they don't, right? They know. But the reason why I say they know is because remember they said that he would go around and show clips to people to get them in line that he wanted to keep in line. So I believe that they were shared amongst execs to scare their talent into doing whatever they wanted to do. Everybody's seen it. Um, every starlet knows that there's something out there. And my thing is, if you stand 10 toes to the concrete with what you feel and how you feel and what you did, and you don't make no excuses for it, you don't feel no type of shame. You better take on a Cardi B mentality. Them LSLHs don't have no shame, baby. For what? And the way they look at it is you're the weirdo. Shit. You always following me around. And they're right. I wouldn't feel shame about none of it. I was drugged up. Shit. Now cut my check. Because I think afterwards I might feel a little bit of embarrassment, but shame, no, never. Because I'm not the weirdo. The fuck he is. He's the weirdo. Get the hell out of here. I mean, this one's the weirdo. What? These clowns over here is the weirdos. Not me. You ain't gonna get me to carry that bag. I'm not with it. But instead of demonizing the person sitting next to the pew in the pew to you, telling them what you dreamt about them, and I mean they kill me with all of this dreams that they had about you that are all negative, but they never dream anything in regards to the leadership and how it's being ran and how how they see things and let it go under the rug.